Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noella. So today guys, we're going to be talking more on how girls are being criticized when they have children or baby out of wedlock. But before we get onto that guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button right there. Yes, so you'll be notified, and touch the bell icon before I forget, so you will be the first to see the video that I upload. So guys, let's head on to the deal of the day. So how and why should we all be criticized for having children or child out of wedlock? Yes, that is something that has really been popping up on my mind though. Because you see, some parents do criticize their children, some even treat their children bad, some even exile their children from their homes. Why? Because they have children out of wedlock. Or better still, because they have a child out of wedlock. Should parents do that? Sometimes all these tend to be mistakes, and some of us learned from our mistakes. So if we are being sent away, if we are being criticized, if we are being stigmatized for having a child out of wedlock, and still you don't know what God holds for us tomorrow or the child, God is not so foolish, you know. Yes, tomorrow the future of that child might get even more better than you. You see? So some of us out there, we suffer a lot. Yes. You see ladies suffer every now and then because they can't go back to their parents. Why? Because their parents chase them out of their homes. Their parents criticize them simply because they can't stand the shame. They have to leave the house. They can't stand the insults every day because they have a child out of wedlock. Should we really face this? Yes, I agree for the fact that sometimes we get a little bit messy in such a way that we get ourselves in that situation. But should that really be a big problem? Yes, should that really be a big problem? That child, in my opinion, I see that when something of that sort happen, for me, if I'm a parent, I don't need to criticize my child. I need to caution my baby girl, because you know, girls, they need to be cautioned. They need extra care. They need extra study. As far as we girls are concerned, we are so sensitive to so many things. Yes, we are so sensitive. And if we are not taught to all of that, we will always go astray. For instance, a lady might have a first baby out of wedlock, and you criticize her, you tell her all sorts of negative things, you know, you do all sort of things to her, you insult her, you know, but at some point in time, that girl might still make the same mistake. Why? Because you as parents, you never guided her. You never showed her the right path. Even after the first mistake, you led her into the second mistake by criticizing her. You know, when you criticize someone a lot, you never give reasons for that person to actually think positive. You never give any reason for that person to actually think that they still have value, to actually think that they still have another thing, like doing something positive or thinking positive or having a future or thinking in another direction. Only few people have that courage to be criticized, to be insulted, to be embarrassed, and still do better things with their life. But nowadays, we girls, we ladies, we tend to be criticized, we tend to be insulted. And you know, single motherhood tend to be so rampant nowadays. Yes, single motherhood is so rampant nowadays. You tend to see girl maybe 16 years old and they're already having a baby. You tend to see even 15. You tend to see 20. You tend to see even 25. There are single mothers out there. I have known so many people, so many ladies that are single mothers today. And some of them are being criticized for the fact that there are single mothers. Yeah, you can never really blame them that much. Some of them, from their background or from their homes, they were never really nurtured. They were never really exposed to the world. They were never really taught on how life goes. And by so doing, some of them live life so ignorantly, thereby getting into such mess. And when they get into that mess, they will have to suffer for the fact that they'll be criticized, they'll be embarrassed, they'll be insulted. In fact, the society will call them all sorts of names. Why? Because they want to bring forth life. They didn't actually plan for that. And if you ask almost 90% or even 95% of all these ladies, they will tell you that they never planned for this. Yes, they never planned for that. They never bargained for suffering. They never bargained for criticism. They never bargained for insult. They never bargained for all these negative aspects that the society and their parents and even their friends are being rendered onto them. Is that the right thing to do? Like, seriously, is that the right thing to do? A child is actually a blessing from God. Yes, no matter the circumstances in which the child comes through, no matter the situation in which the child used to come, that child is still a blessing. God is not foolish. God actually knows for the fact that there is a plan for that child. No matter how no matter how the girl or the baby might be suffering now, you don't know their tomorrow. You don't know what that child will become tomorrow. You know, it actually takes the hard way to obtain greatness. Yes. If you don't suffer, you will not really enjoy it. And anything that comes easy to you, that is how they will actually go in a snap. Yeah, they will actually go in a snap. So by so doing, parents should try at all way or at all cost or by all means to caution their children. Not only the female ones, but the male ones. Because some of the male, they'll tend to like, I don't know who got her pregnant. I don't know her. Did she get herself pregnant? I doubt it. So, even at that, some ruffians, in the name of guys, they tend to get messy with some ladies. Then, at a certain point, they'll deny the ladies because why? They already got themselves into such mess. I get so stressed out. I get so frustrated when I see someone being insulted or being embarrassed for the fact that they actually get pregnant out of wedlock. Yes, there are struggling mothers outside there. The worst part is, you see you see a small girl that was even supposed to be in school. She might be pregnant. At 16, they have a baby already. At 15, at 20. Single motherhood nowadays are even being, for the youngest, in fact, for the youngest ladies or girls out there. And please, they don't need to be criticized by their mistake. We all assume that's a mistake, though some of that, they get kind of so ignorant about it. But it's all a mistake. And you don't need to see that mistake as a sin. It's not a sin, because that child is actually a blessing from God. God actually fertilized that girl who carried that baby for 9 months. So God is not that foolish to let such things happen. They have plans. No matter the circumstances, no matter the situations in which those babies arrive, they have plans. God actually have plans for them. God knows how to strategize their future to become better. You never can tell. Maybe some of those babies will be the one to help their families, will be the one to help the society at large. Some of those babies will be the one to help even the mother, in case the mother doesn't have another child. Because as you see, some of those children end up being the only children to their mother. Because in some cases, you see that after that child, the mother might not be able to have another child again. So by so doing, they will tend to be the only helper to their family and their parents. So you see, you don't need to criticize them. You know, some lives are being wasted all because of this criticism. Why? If a girl got pregnant and comes home, and the parents will be like criticizing and, giving that girl hard times, that will push the girl to go have an abortion. And that is not the right thing to do. Yes, in the course of that, she can lose her life. In the course of life, she can lose her womb. In the course of that, she can lose so much blood. In fact, the disadvantages of abortion is not a good thing to experience. So please, let parents try to guide their children. Guide their children. Try to put them through. If they got into this stage, do not criticize them. Bring them closer to you. Advise them. As girls, as female child, they need caution. They need to be cautioned at home. Yes, some of our backgrounds, they don't tend to give us the caution that we need to live on. Some girls don't even have that mother figure to live on. But even if you're a guidance, even if a girl meets you on the way and they'll tend to help, you tend to help them, guide and protect them, fill them with that love that they need. May they be guided by you, and by so doing, they won't do anything funny. They won't take their own life because they want to abort. They will try to bring forth life. They'll try to help each other by making the society happy, by bringing life. Caution your children. Let them have the best of upbringing. Let them believe that they have guidance. Let them believe that they have somebody or someone that could actually guide them and see them through. May all of that guide all those children, because they actually know that at the back of their mind, somebody out there is actually guiding them. So they cannot tend to go astray. Even as parents, you need to guide your daughter through growing up. When a girl is growing up, you need to guide her, put her through life. Tell her the things of life. Show her, let the girl feel free. The best thing that could happen to any girl is when she feels free with her mother, with her sister, with her siblings, or guidance, or whoever. That is the best way to avoid certain uncertainties. Because why? They can easily tell you anything. Yes, they can actually tell you even the first time they meet with a man. Feeling free with you. That is the best way so far to avoid unwanted pregnancies. Yes, guiding your children will cost you nothing. Stay tuned. Ciao, ciao.